Welcome to Tiffdoesloans. So today I have Ruben Jauregui with Keystone Realty. So we are going to we met a little while back and both in real estate, Orange County. This is, we're just running all over the place. So he had just switched locations as well. So we're going to go into all of that and just kind of dive into the market and what is going on out there and what you actually need to do before the summer starts, which is already in like 1 month. So why don't you just start by telling us, thank you so much for coming, and why don't you just start telling us, how your journey into real estate, like how you got started?
My journey into real estate started early. My family has had property for a bit. My grandpa had some land in Mexico, and then my parents owned a complex in LA when I was younger. So I remember collecting rent and going in when people were moving out, and I would paint like over graffiti in LA. And then we had a back house in the house I grew up in, so we had a tenant where I would see their life and see their mail and comings and goings and all that. So it kind of naturally happened. Out of college, I got my license or took the test, didn't get my license, got into property management through the Irvine company, but didn't get my real estate license till recently, but always wanted to be in that world somehow, touching it. And I mean, it makes money.
Yeah.
It's always there. It's only that appreciates. We all need a place to live. So it's one of those businesses that like everyone touches, so I thought like that's a good business to get into.
When did you kind of dive in before 2020 or kind of after? I know you've been in real estate, like, because you're an investor yourself. So.
Yeah, I'm an investor myself. Yeah. I own property that I've bought, like, since the early 2000s, and
out here in California?
on Orange County, in California.
They appreciate pretty solid?
They appreciate, yeah. I was if you know what a DINK is, a dual income, no kids person, so double my income there, and I was able to buy some property when I was younger, and I still have that, and now it's income producing or revenue stream.
Yeah, so now you're just cash flowing.
Yeah.
Especially after like 20 years, yeah.
Yeah, they're as
so
old
do you have all those paid off at this point, or have you tapped in?
They're on 30-year fixed loans, and I haven't touched them, and they're sitting there with their original rates, which are crazy low.
Okay.
And I put down 20%.
Yeah. So I feel like, O2, like you're probably coming up in a couple of years, and then they'll
not O2. Well, so I graduated high school in 2000, and I was having my first daughter in 2010. That's when I started. I met I didn't know what to call it, the early 2013s and 12s and all that. But I think everyone should get something if they can, and people are always saying it's hard to buy and California is expensive, but it kind of depends like where and who you use. There's a lot of different programs, right? And there's you can be creative, and you can kind of look at what you have to leverage to try to get into something, and you can even co-own something with someone. There's ways if you want, and then I always tell people too, like the best time to buy is now, because time is passing, and they're like, oh wait, like it'll be gone.
Yeah, you
can't sit in that chair when you're waiting, because when you go, someone's in it or it's gone. And the waiting game is not fun when you don't get a chair, but yeah, I've been blessed enough to get some chairs, and then manage them well, and then have dealt with tenants and dealing with eviction through work, so I'm familiar with the ownership of it and the scary part. And then I'm a tenant myself, even like I'm renting even where I'm living right now off of money that I can get from property I own, because it's convenient for me to live where I'm living in the neighborhood because of life, where I don't really need to live in my own property, which then I would have to be paying my own mortgage, which is not ideal. right?
Yeah, and that's definitely been more of a pitch recently where where realtors and advisors are kind of guiding like, hey, just, you know what, maybe do an investment or get something maybe in Riverside and then later still rent over here in Orange County. And then later tap into that in a couple of years, take out some money, and then you can get your primary. So I feel like that's definitely been more of a new, and I think of it just like new strategies. Like it's all strategy versus like, yeah, the rates, the rates still suck, but like if that's your goal, it's just like you don't need everything to be perfect. And I've been having this conversation so much with my clients lately, like we just need the right strategy. There's like what you were saying with like leverage or just give me all the bullet points of what you have, what we're able to get. And I'm starting to ask, more deeper questions like, hey, can we get this? Can we get this? Like, and then to build this opportunity kind of around them.
For them to make from them to push it forward, I feel like, as you're saying it, it's connecting with me with life, like stuff's there and then we don't jump on it and then we make an excuse of why we can't do it. And then we talk ourselves out of it. But
100.
If you're mentally already decided and chosen, like, this is what I'm going to do, then everything else is just some sort of, like, you could call it an obstacle. But is it really an obstacle when you can swerve around it, 360s, move, and throw the ball around your back, and the obstacle is still standing there, and you just went completely around it?
That's like being prepared, right? So like the people who aren't prepared, like the ones that just wanted to sit on the sidelines and wait, and then the rates drop, and then they're like, oh, I'm ready. Like, well, now you're behind. Like now everybody already had everything together. Like they didn't just wait. They got their strategy together. So then they can turn and move and jump. And so that's what. Yeah.
I think you're rationalizing it to me too, where like you're in high school. I mean, people say we were in high school and we grew up and we're not in high school anymore.
Yeah.
But then we're like still in high school, but we're older. Like we still know what to sign up for and how to participate and what to join and that we get out of something, what we give. So it's like if you want to do this, it's available. And if you get there, there's a table, and then they're going to give you steps on how to make that happen. You just have to make the step to get off your couch and
get
put in your effort. Yeah, like, oh, I want to work. I want to lose weight. Okay, well, there's gyms all over the place, bro. Why don't you go to one and start working out and stop talking about it? Because I want to buy a house. What are you doing to buy a house? Have you saved any money? I love the conversations.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't saved. Why? I know you have a good job and you have a good car and you have a lot of money, expendable income. You're just blowing money. Where's where's your budget?
Strategy? Yeah. What's the preparation?
And they're like, oh my God.
It's just like preparation and knowledge, and it's the same thing. Like if you don't have, and it's just because it's unfamiliar. Like if you've never bought in a house before, it does seem overwhelming, just like if you've never gone to the gym before. It can be super overwhelming, but if you ask the right person, so you go to somebody that like people come to me now and ask me about running all the time, like, just a couple of pointers or some tips just to get started, and I give them a couple of recommendations. But it's like, even if you to take that step, like you said, it's always going to feel weird and overwhelming on that first time. But I mean, it's about getting the plan and some knowledge and then, stepping into that confidence. And then I feel like that has, because you're definitely going to see it. And I've been telling everyone, like, the main thing is you can't time the market. It's unfortunate, but it's just not going to happen. So it's like you need to be prepared and have the strategy. And I think the best thing is like working with, a real, like getting your team first. And I feel like that is just, like definitely something what everybody needs in this market, like the most important.
Well, being people that you trust, like you said, getting your team, and then kind of like back to where like we're saying with having these conversations and asking the deep questions. I think, tying it in with life and opportunities and, there's all these sayings like life happens fast and, oh, that was a long day. and I'm a dad, so I have dad jokes, and it's like every day is the same length. There's no day that's longer than the other. They're all 24 hours, you know, and we all have the same opportunity to sleep or to work out or to complain or to try or to say we're gonna try or actually do try. And then the next day you might get another chance to keep saying you're gonna try. So it's kind of like, when are you gonna go to the gym? When are you going to do it? When are you going to buy that house? The rates aren't going to change. The houses are going, and people from Idaho are buying them, and Nebraska, and Chicago. And I'm born and raised here. And, like, I'm aging and getting older, and I guess higher in value or more knowledge. So are the houses. And the houses that are born in like me in the 80s, they're not what they're worth now. And look at Balboa Island and Newport and everything in Orange County.
Yeah, just everything.
Like, anything you buy right now in 10 years is going to be way more money. But it's a vehicle, like you said, and it's a plan basically of like being stable and secure and taking care of your family and finding a vehicle that you know is going to appreciate your money. And that hasn't happened, and that's why people are talking about crypto and Bitcoin. And if you have 50 grand,
it's so crazy.
Why are you going to buy a property? It's going to only give you X amount in how many years? Bro, how much money
but like,
are you
what
going to
happens to crypto? Doesn't that thing just like go over, like,
then,
disappear at night?
Stole my keychain, lock Bitcoin code. Oh, my password got embedded into the
I don't know.
thing.
I honestly have not.
Okay, cool. There's all your money, bro.
I have not built.
Can't get stolen.
I have not dived into that. I mean, just at all.
I have friends that are in it.
I have some people that know things, but I'm just like, I don't know. I've just been all real estate.
My portfolio. You could throw some 10 grand.
Yeah, if you do,
throw money at it.
It should. Yeah, but I feel like, just like anything else, it's like you need to have a strong base and a firm foundation, you know? So
Otherwise
it's like
just playing gambling.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, yes, crypto's cool, like stocks are cool, but like ultimately, you know, real estate they've already seen. I mean, there's generations and generations. You're even seeing, you bought your house in 2000 and now. And this is something that you're the way to do it, and what they is really, you're handing that property over to your child, which then they're going to have that, you know, equity to tap in and out, you know, maybe, and then for their family. So, and especially in California, if you can hold on to it, keep it, you know.
And you can do all kinds of things with it. Like, so you can live off.
And it's not just you; it's going to surpass you.
Yeah.
It's going to go to your kids and then their kids, and stay and keep building appreciation. Yeah, if you don't sell it.
Yeah, which ties into, you know, people selling and buying and what that's like.
Yeah, how is that right now? We've kind of talked about it, but it is such a tricky market right now. But on the one hand, I am telling my buyers, like, especially if they don't have like a lot of extra money and they're qualified, but they can't go against everybody, you know. It'll probably be harder for them to get it. So I'm like, but now is a great time for them, because some houses are sitting and they can get some good deals. How are you kind of guiding?
There's just, every house is different. Like, every person's different. Every job is different. And every buyer is different. So there's different goals. Like, are you trying to flip it? Are you trying to hold it? Are you trying to rent it out? So if there's a house that's sitting, is that buyer or seller, are they motivated? Do they need to sell it? Is it something they inherited? Are they having to pay that mortgage plus something else?
Oh, yeah.
Do they own it already and they don't care that it's sitting for 6 months, you know, or whatever? But I advise that you should try to make the most money out of it, like anything. If I'm going to sell a car, I'm going to probably wash it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with it, have it tuned up. Otherwise, someone's going to come and start kicking the tires on it and talking me down and saying, well, yeah, it's a Toyota, but look at this. I mean, you're asking this, but I'm going to offer you this. And now I have this gap.
Already a low offer.
Why wouldn't I shine it up and dress it up and then be like, firm?
Yeah.
And then they haggle and you're like,
no.
Asking.
Yeah.
Or I can say whatever, but then I'm in the power seat of like, okay, it's been a week. I can okay, it's been, maybe there's a lot on the market right now. Maybe mine isn't the best. Maybe I should paint mine. Maybe I should upgrade. Maybe I should do something to make mine special. Because everybody's shopping and I'm just on the shelf. And it can be like that. I've done open houses where they've walked it and they're like, you're asking what for this? And I know that the seller didn't put any money into it. So they're wanting to sell it at a top price.
Yeah, that it could probably, but you have to put.
But they didn't do.
But you need to dress it up, yeah.
How could I come here today and not be dressed up, and then come and talk about real estate and look like I'm nothing related to it, and then be like, I know what I'm talking about. You've got to look the part. The house has to sell. If you're on the market, you should look like you're on the market, almost like if you're single.
Yeah.
Or you're not
dress
on the
it up,
market. Don't be a house that looks like you're off the market when you're on the market. Summer. Well, and backwards.
I mean, there are a lot of people don't want to dress it up, and they do the as is. But that's when the investors come in and just give more lowball offer.
Like,
exactly.
What?
So if you're not going to, but that's what's going to happen. And like you said, like with dating too. I mean, it's like a vicious circle. It's like I think that concept, we definitely grew up with that concept. That makes sense to me. Like, you get what you put in. Yeah, you have to dress up. But that is definitely something that I've seen is changing in the other generations. Yeah, because they don't want to get dressed up. Like, there's wear sweatpants everywhere.
I can't find no guys. Nobody's calling me. Well, you don't even go. What do you mean?
They always wear sweatpants everywhere. I asked my nephew, what is this about?
That's like,
why do you guys never want to get ready?
That's an outfit.
But I know,
crazy.
I get it.
Pajamas.
I wear leggings everywhere, so I understand. But I definitely do. I don't know. I definitely do. But yeah, I kind of see that concept kind of changing. But it's also, I think, a big issue of that is that we are in a time where there's so many options. People are seeing, people receive so many things, and also at the rate of how quickly we're supposed to get things, and we're definitely starting to build.
There's too much is excess.
We're starting to build these facade, these fake.
Or you become numb to stuff, and it's just
it's just not going to happen. It's just not really realistic. Yeah, because it's I want the best, but I only want to put this effort because I see other people. Everybody's just putting in this effort, and they're receiving.
There's a saying you get. It's we have champagne.
Champagne spending.
With the beer budget.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's I want the best, but I want to pay.
Yeah, champagne spender on a baller on a budget. Yeah, a baller budget, or a ballin' on a budget.
That's all of us, right?
Yeah. Well, that's definitely, and you see that in Orange County for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a big part of it too, is that we want it all fast, and
there's a lot of options.
No, I can get this much. They got that much. Well, yeah, but they dressed her up nicely.
Yeah.
You can't.
But then that's you're touching on stuff with that human condition of not being happy or content, and how much is enough, and when are you satisfied, and that could be with anything. It could be your shoes, it could be your cars, it could be your jewelry, it could be people, friends, relationships, it could be houses. And then we go to church, right, and they'll say, who's the more satisfied or content man, the one that has 5 kids or the one that has $5 million? And it's the one that has 5 kids because he knows he doesn't want more. He's satisfied, he does it, he's
fulfilled.
Done. Yeah, and the other guy's maybe a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know.
It definitely is in a time where I've been with Christ now for 2 years, and just learning to just detach myself from all of these outer things, because society is yes, if you get more, if you have this, if you buy this, then you'll be happy. But ultimately, it's been years, we know that that's not the case, but it's also about not knowing how to really get it. And then I feel like, yeah, Jesus has filled that for me. So
Yeah.
and it's an ongoing thing. It's an everyday thing. It's like an ongoing, I have to
ask for it maybe, or pray for it.
Yeah. Or
like
just, but to not, I'm still going to want things, but I definitely see it coming from a different place now of that relationship. It's not as just like, oh, I want this attention or I need this. It's definitely, I can step back now and like, even if I do have a desire, of course there's things that are still like nice or money or, want my business to flow and everything. But definitely I feel like once you kind of start building that relationship, he helps root you more in him and not in those things. So
yeah,
which has been my it's definitely, and building my business in this market, definitely have had to have faith,
That's
like we're going to keep going. Yeah.
Well, we talked about it when we were on a call, like you have faith and he opens the doors and he sets up those meetings and he goes in front of you and kind of sets the stage for us to go on and do the show, and he almost is like that, like your cheerleader to talk you up before you go in the room so they're already ready for you. So you just have to go and do your thing and feel comfortable and be confident and bold and courageous and all that, because he's, I always go back to like he knows every hair on your head. So shouldn't he be taking care of us, and isn't he gonna, and I'm a dad, so don't I love my daughters so much when I do anything for them? Isn't God gonna take care of us? Like he takes care of the birds and the flowers are so pretty. He's gonna take care of us. He's gonna bless Tiffany and Ruben's businesses, and it's kind of like I've brought up money to people almost like air or like water. Like you need air to sustain your life. You need water, and you need sleep, and you need rest, and money is just a financial thing that you need to house you, right? To sleep, and we all live in neighborhoods, and we all want to live by the beach and have great weather, but we need to be kind to others and be thoughtful and gracious, and some people have more than others. And right now at church talking about Ecclesiastes, how like we all are gonna die, we're all gonna end our life at some point, and it ends at whatever time it ends, rich or poor, handsome or not, and tall or short, everyone's life is gonna end. So it's like we're all here, and we go generationally through different times, and they did say something about people do age at a certain time because there's a cutoff, so that the period of that time of that person's life can end, almost like their rule is over. Like we're living in the time of Donald Trump. We have Elon Musk. We have different entertainment. We have the internet. We have Hollywood. We're living in this time, and nobody else before us had this time. Yeah. And then this time will end, and then there'll be another time. So in the Roman Empire time, they thought they had it. In like the Civil War time, in the time when the colonies were being created and they were doing the Tea Party, they were like, we just left England. Yeah, stoked. We're stoked. Yeah. There's no England. Well, there's England, but we're United States now. And we've already came to California and found the gold.
Like, this is a gnarly time.
We're in this time.
This is a unique time.
Yeah.
I think, too, with the social media, it definitely makes everything... I think we're also seeing things that we probably shouldn't have.
Because we have the internet.
That we're not meant to. Yeah, but it's also a great tool. So, again, it's just like everything in life, how it's being used. I think that this time is tough. It makes it very tough to, kind of get things done if you start doom scrolling and all these things. There could be a lot of big negative effect to it. But at the same time, we're also in one of the best times because, like, somebody like me, I'm a normal person, and I was able to read books and watch YouTube and have all this information just given to me for free and build a business. And I run marathons and I do all these things that nobody else that I was really around that did any of these things, but I was able to do it because I have AI and I have these things and I take the time and I put the time in to build with it. But it's like, so that's why it's like, we haven't had a time like this. Like, this is such a great time. It's a crazy, scary time also on so many factors, because we're just seeing so much bad, I think. And that's where I think that a lot of people are going towards faith now, because it's just, whoa, like you're seeing it. But I also think it's like, man, put in some time and you could build, you could do a lot. Like, it's, the information is there, but you just got to put in the time. You got to put in the effort.
Yeah, we have a lot of
just
resources.
Regular people that could actually maybe be a millionaire. Like, there's a lot more millionaires now. And they said that in the next 10 years, America's going to see the most like billionaires because of AI and social media and all these things that other people that may have not, you think that, the information wasn't there. It wasn't going to be passed down. But now it is. Yeah. So, I mean, I think this is a great time, but it's also, I think, pretty scary.
You made me think about music, too. Even like technology, there's one guy can be like a whole band, right? And he can play keyboards and then record and bring it together. And you're like, oh, that's Tame Impala. His name's Kevin. It's like one guy.
And he does everything?
He plays the guitar.
I've never seen that.
He can do the keyboard.
Is it one item?
No, I've seen him perform, and he can do the whole show on the rug, on some pillows, with the mic, and he'll be like, okay, keyboard, and then he sets one thing up, sets the other thing up, and keeps them all symbiotically playing, and then he starts singing.
That's crazy.
And it's all, like, going.
Just going.
Kind of like in the old days when you had to, like, hit the thing and hit the thing and go like that.
Yeah.
Now it's like, bing, 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 band.
That's so crazy. Yeah, I think it's great to see like what people have been able to do. So I think that's really good. Even with like real estate and all this stuff. I mean, there's so much information. I never thought that I would have felt the confidence to like be in real estate and but yeah, I think that's been a really good tool.
No, you're right. That's the trainers that are available to people now, the quizzes,
trainers
the technology.
Now. Like, I didn't even think of that in the fitness world. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I follow a couple.
Well, because of COVID, I think that's what the technology.
I follow a couple. I take people's advice with a grain of salt, really. And my algorithm, I'm very, like, I'm very cutthroat on my algorithm. I follow it. I think that's important. Like, you got to be intentional.
Yeah.
Or you will get carried away. I think we're living in a time when there's a lot of opportunity, but if you're not paying attention and you're not surrounding yourself with the right things like God and, God and just your faith and love and family and goals and, then it's really easy to get swept up. That's the thing. It's like, ugh. It's like if
in the world. In the
because even if you let your algorithm go and you start just liking whatever, it's like, boom, next thing you know it, you're in this like just garbage coming over. Just one thing, whatever you liked in that, now here's like 1,000 more of it. Yeah. So
well, having I think good people around you, having the good cabinet, having friends that like check your decisions too. When you talk about real estate investing, I have property that it's not all me by myself on the loan. So co-borrowers.
Everybody has them now.
I've
had 4 on there. Yeah. You could do up to 4 on like the regular loans.
So people need to know that. A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
They think like, I can't get a house. Maybe you have some money and your buddy that you grew up with that you trust more than anything that you'll die for.
I would definitely, now, it's more of like a trust thing. And, you're still going to be binded. Like, they're not going to be able to do anything without you. Yeah. But it will be. So that's why it's like, usually it's family. Like what I see a lot of, it's like a new married couple or boyfriend, girlfriend or fiancé or whatever. And then like one of their parents. Yeah. So I've done that a lot. Yeah. To where it's like a couple and then their parents. Like sometimes the parents live with them. Yeah.
Like co-sign.
Yeah. Well, but they're all just on the loan together, and they just help their kids do it that way. So I've seen that, but I've also done like 4 friends.
And that's to help qualify, probably, right?
Yeah, that's to help qualify.
Or you can do a gift.
Well, because nowadays, if you think about it, especially like I'm licensed in other states, so it's not as bad. But in Orange County, I mean, yeah, like if you really think about it, if you're looking for an over $1 million home, I think you got to make like your income has got to be like over 240,000 to like get that's
the loan.
Yeah,
to qualify for that.
For like because most of the loans like conventional is like I think we're at like 47.9, so just below 50 DTI, but the FHA goes a little higher, like 57. Mm-hmm. So you're thinking at least below 55 to like 60%, yeah, that they'll have to show. So you have to be at like 240,000, maybe a little more. Mm-hmm. So that's like that's like a power couple. Like 120 each.
Yeah, it makes it hard.
Like that's like
I think that's why you have to start building. That's why I remember when I was younger, I'm like, how am I going to afford something like that?
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, you got to buy a condo, get a 2-bedroom, get a 1-bedroom, buy whatever you can.
Condo.
Yeah, and then buy a combo condo.
Yeah.
And then it'll grow in value. And there's a game too, I don't know if you ever heard of it, where like you start with something and you trade something for something and it's better. And you play it in the neighborhood with my friends and you basically go to knock on doors and say, do you have something that can upgrade this? Because I'm trying to win. But that's kind of what you do in life. Like, you're always going to get better shoes, better car, better everything, better house. Buy what you can with the income you have of where you are in life, like the car you're driving.
Live where you are.
And step up. Yeah, like, and then don't let that thing, I bought this thing I can't afford. Why? Why didn't you buy something you could afford? And then live
really live in, I think that's a big, and that's also like coming from your like investor mind, because that's
do you want to be chewing something you can chew, swallow, or something that you can't?
Yeah, because that's like when they're doing their numbers too, you'll see one of the biggest advice that I've heard from investors, like make sure your numbers are on the not on the ARV, like the market now, not exactly like what it can be. Like don't
projections are just projections.
Yeah.
You know,
like go off of build your thing around where we are now, because if you're doing it off where you think it's going to be, maybe in 6 months or 3 months, odds are it's going to cost you even more. You're going to get stuck. You're going to be in a real problem there. And I feel like that's like what you're saying is like, wait, why'd you get that when you're like kind of live where you are, but keep trying to save for the next thing or keep
or level up. Yeah, or just be smart too when you buy. I hear stories too. People buy something, they didn't do their homework and they bought something like top of the market or something, or like they didn't do, or just be smart, you know, and do your homework.
What? Okay, so you are a girl dad. You have 2 girls, right?
3.
3 girls. Okay, that was it. And then. So you're leading like some men's groups, you have your daughters, you are running your business. How is there like a scripture or a word or something? What has really helped you significantly build in like this tough market and just keep showing up every day and kind of filling that cup?
I like when you ask the question, if there's a verse or what builds me, I have, I don't think I have it on me right now, but it's in the car. There's a verse on a coin, and it's out of James 1, and it says, consider it all joy, my brethren, like all the things that we go through in life, because of those trials, it only grows you and strengthens you, and it makes you who you are. So it's kind of like I go into things sort of knowing that it's just part of the natural next step story where like life just continues to go. And why would I be like against the flow of where I'm headed? So I swim with it because it's more of a fun ride that way than to hold back, and I go faster if I swim with it. Because if the current's pushing me and God is telling me to go and I go, now we're
Yeah.
going.
Now we're cruising.
You know, and then I'm happy, he's happy, everybody's winning, you know, and then things go right, and then I can give the credit to who it's due and why it went right, because I know it wasn't because of me. So it's a lot of that too, is like kind of knowing the mentality of like, what do you have for me? What am I going to do? What have you set up? Almost like having a boss where I'm not really stressed about it, because I'm showing up and I wake up to a day where it's like, what is on my agenda?
Yeah.
I have my list. It's like that too. And it's almost like a dad setting where I have my daughter and I'm like, what do you want to do? And she's like, this is what we're going to do. She gives me 5 things, 6 things. But I know that what's realistic, what we can actually do, what we need to do, what's not going to happen. But it's cute.
Yeah.
She comes
like
to
she
me
might
with her
want
list,
to be.
and I know what
cute.
she wants, what's on her heart, and it's my heart to make her heart happy, and I want to give her those things. So it does say in the word too, like, ask of me what you want, and he will, and it says be careful, because he does want to give us those things and bless us, but it's like, be ready to take it on, and like, if you're gonna ask to have a party, you have to have a table to sustain the cake, you know.
Yeah.
So he's gonna give you the cake, and when it all falls apart, maybe you didn't have the right table, and now we blame God that the cake fell. God showed up with the cake. We were supposed to show up with like the venue or do our part, or get dressed up and get the table ready. You know, so and then that's how life goes. Yeah, so that's why I'm happy I have my daughters. I'm here in Orange County. People are like, how can you do it? I'm like, I was born here in California, in this state, and I didn't move here, and I do consider myself blessed, because I don't know that I would be able to move here from the way that they have to work so hard, and what I hear about the struggle and to make it happen. And I'm glad that I've been rooted here from a while ago, that gets me to be here, grandfathered in almost. Yeah. You know, because who knows if I would qualify, you know.
And I think we're just used to it at this point.
I'm like, that's what it is.
Like the struggle, it's
Taxes.
just like, and well, they say that with like entrepreneurs too, you know. It's like, certain people were just prone, like we just, sometimes there was one guy I really like, Dan Martell. He wrote a book for entrepreneurs, but he talks about like a hand grenade that like sometimes we just, you know, it's like, it's almost like we subconsciously do it to ourselves a little bit, because we're just used to the chaos, like, and California's just been, you know, it's so, it's just like so expensive, and it's so growing, and it's just like, we're just like, okay, oh, now I need to make more money. Okay, now this is $8. Okay, so now I need to keep doing this. Okay, so now I got to work like 70 hours. Now I got to call like 100 people. We're just used to being, like, we've been, like you said, we've been here forever. So it's just always, I feel like it's not even phasing us at this point. Now it's just like, okay, now what else is there? Okay, yep, just add it to the list. And now it doesn't even, especially if you've been in real estate for the past like 5 or 6 years, or because it was like crazy, and then it was like really crazy, like there were like 80 offers, and then it was like doubled the rates in like 1 year, and then it was like really dead, and then it was just like, so it's just been this, it was really ghost up. So now I feel like we're finally like, we're like circling around.
You're reminding me when you're saying that about, have you seen the movie Forrest Gump?
Okay, yeah, but it's been a really long time. I mean, I know the main.
So there's a part where he goes to the Vietnam area where he's going to camp, and they're already all set up. So they have it established, and everybody knows what's up, and they're throwing footballs, and they're barbecuing, and they're really like there. So it's not tropical and weird to them, and they have all their outfits all for the environment. And he shows up like suited from camp, all uncomfortable, but they're comfortable in this weird environment that's chaotic and crazy, but that's where they live, and it's their home, and they're like, that's
we're just so good at it.
Oh, we're
good at adapting for sure.
Oh yeah, someone's
it takes a certain person
over there.
Yeah.
Sit down.
It it definitely takes like a certain type of person for sure. Like I'm definitely an adapter, and I always used to think that was like a good thing, but I like I thought it was like I thought it literally was, kind of like one of my strong points, right? Mm-hmm. But then if you start reading about it in the mind and everything, it's actually very toxic. Mm-hmm. But it could.
There's a boundary,
but if you, but there's definitely, it's a learning curve with it. There's ways to take out that toxicity, but it's definitely, it works. It keeps you going in a time like this. Mm-hmm. And people are like, how are you even? And now it's just like, I'm just, the storm is literally happening, but I'm just like.
You're like, my life is a tornado. I'm in the storm.
Right,
you're just like a good sailor. Now like, grab the sheet.
They're like, are you doing okay? Like, yeah, I'm fine. don't worry about what's going on.
This is new for you. This is normal. Duck and cover.
Just a full, I know.
Grab a gun.
You're being like hit wave after wave, and you're just getting up. Like, yeah, no, I'm totally cool. I got it.
Yeah.
It'll stop.
Welcome to the resistance.
It'll stop.
Yeah. It'll stop when it stops.
Yeah, and that's just that hope. But
No, yeah, life has been good, and it's going to continue to be good.
I think we're definitely, like, to me, I think we're at a great time. I know nothing, like, I feel it's just been kind of calm. It's not, like, getting super busy yet, but I don't know, I just think of it like this, like, little tunnel. We're finally, to me, we're just cruising. We're, like, floating steady, right there.
It's growing.
It's like, okay, like, we're almost about to, like, go through the tube.
I wish I had more money all the time, that I could just buy more stuff. I'm just feeling like...
Yeah, everything's going to hit soon, I feel like.
Well, we're not stopping building, and everywhere you look, there's more stuff. There's
just more, yeah.
There's more everywhere. It's expanding, and as I blink and my kids get older, I'm like, oh man, there's another concrete pour over there. They just taken over that block.
Yeah.
So there's always stuff to buy, and there's more people moving here. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like you have to. It's for real happening in front of us that development and growth and the future happens, and we do age. So why not grab some deals? And
I think a lot of people want to get deals. I just think it's really tough. It could be tough right now. Yeah, I would love to get deals, but it's definitely a tougher time. But again, it's like, get your team, get your plan. Like, what would be your so we'll just kind of final question here, but what would be your like final advice, and just kind of prediction of the end of this year, or actually no, we're going into summer, so probably before summer.
Yeah, well, I would, kind of going into what I was saying with that, of the time is now, and I would, if you can, get your ducks in a row and see how you can get creative to pick something up. I usually don't like to wait too long to try to jump on a train, because the train is moving. And every time you don't jump is another boxcar you miss, and you don't know when the train's going to stop, and the train doesn't go forever. And rates change, your situation financially can change, so I do think of things like the time is the present to make things happen, because the future is not really even guaranteed when you do foresee a forecast of I will then at that time. Why don't you do it now?
Yeah.
Because when is that going to happen? Kind of when we started the convo of like, do the plan, go to the do it then.
Because I feel like, I definitely am a big goal person, but at the same time, it's like now more with my relationship with God and just realizing like, okay, things aren't panning out the way that I thought, but
trust.
I'm definitely but I'm definitely doing the things and still sticking, I'm walking the path. I'm doing the things. I'm seeking, I at least know I'm like walking in the right direction, and it will eventually formed to something good.
Yeah.
That's where I finally got to a point.
It's formed to something good right now.
Yeah.
And we're here right now.
Yeah.
Look at.
So there you go. Praise Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming and all the insight before summer. I'm going to have all your information below. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and join us next time. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you.